Some alarming news coming out of the Premier League today was down at the Vitality Stadium, where Tom Lockyer, Luton captain, suffered a cardiac arrest on the pitch during Bournemouth's game versus Luton Town. It happened in the 60th minute. There were some subs just coming on and play was getting back underway, where the Luton captain fell to the floor and unmoved. There was some immediate concern from players, and as soon as Rob Edwards recognised the situation, he had the playoff final from the summit in the back of his mind and went running on the pitch and sort of ushered all the players away to ensure that the medics could get there, so the professionals could deal with the matter. And he looked, of course, concerned, as everybody did, as the incident happened. But we are now later aware, there's been a statement been released by Luton Town that he is in hospital in a stable, alert and responsive condition, and we've got all our fingers crossed that he can make a recovery, because it's a horrible thing to happen to anybody, but on a football pitch, with in a stadium in a Premier League match, that must have been absolutely awful. And I go to many football matches, and I can't imagine being in that stadium with the uncertainty, not knowing whether he's okay, whether he's going to be okay in the grand scheme of things. Must have been really frightening for spectators, journalists, backroom staff, managers, players, and everybody that was there. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Tom Lockyer is going to be okay. Of course, a similar thing, as I mentioned, happened in the playoff final in Luton's victory over Coventry, where Tom Lockyer had to go off with a heart issue, and it seems like it is a similar matter that happened today. So hopefully the medics can recognise some sort of issue or sort of anomaly with Tom Lockyer, and they can ensure that this can't happen again, and he can recover to full fitness. Let's just hope so, because look, it must be really mentally tough for him after what happened in the summer to come back and to go again, and now unfortunately for the event to repeat itself for himself, his family. It must be such a worrying time, such a worrying experience. And I wasn't going to make a video, but I felt compelled after the video that's doing the rounds on social media of Rob Edwards going around and expressing his thanks to the Luton fans and the Bournemouth fans after the game was officially announced as abandoned, which rightly so for the obvious reasons that happened. And there was a Tom Lockyer chant being sung very vocal from the Luton faithful in the away end, and some very good claps as well from the Bournemouth fans, which I thought was really good of them. A touch of class, which Rob Edwards acknowledged by going round, and there was visible emotion on Rob Edwards' face. You could tell there was tears in his eyes, because at that point, he wasn't aware of how well Tom Lockyer was doing, whether he was going to be okay or not. You've got to take all scenarios into consideration, and in the heat of the moment, people react in different ways, and people's reactions can be different, and Rob Edwards sort of held himself together with a tear in his eye and went round and clapped the fans, which I thought was a really touching moment. And look, it just shows the sort of it just puts life into perspective, really, doesn't it? A cardiac arrest is a horrible thing to happen to anyone. Nobody could wish it on anyone, but for it to happen in a football stadium during a football game, it's just a horrible experience. So look, my thoughts go out to Tom Lockyer, to Luton Town, to his family, and everybody involved in the sort of incident in today's game. And hopefully, as I said, he can return with a full recovery and everything can be okay. So get well soon to Tom Lockyer. Just to reiterate, of course, what happened today. He suffered a cardiac arrest on the pitch at the Vitality Stadium in the 60th minute. But we are now aware, due to a Luton Town statement, that he is alert, responsive, and in a stable condition in hospital. Get well soon to Tom Lockyer. It really does put life into perspective. Thank you very much, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.